Ice cold bastard. Ooh. Das war crazy shit.
Oh, fuck! What could... This is the bottom of some fucking well. How do I get out?
Ja, mit dem Messerchen halt. Das muss die Hand zersägen. Ja, mach halt.
Fuck, I think I'm gonna puke.
Okay, also. Wir müssen hier irgendwas... Ah, den Eimer. Den Eimer treffen. Nice. Dann müssen wir hier die Kette hochklettern können.
Fuck, the plank is gonna break. That was close.
Autoschlüssel. Nice.
Must get back to Emma as soon as possible.
Gut. Finden wir den Weg denn so ohne weiteres? Ich schätze mal, hier geht's lang. So. Das sieht gut aus. Tja, das ist eine sehr gute Frage. Wir hatten ja eine kurze Odyssee durch die Minen gehabt. Dann haben wir dieses Haus gefunden, das Rätsel gelöst. Da sind wir irgendwo mitten im Wald. Links, rechts. Kein Hinweis. Ich weiß es nicht.
Emma's alone at home. I must get back to her as fast as I can.
Ja, schon recht, aber... Ach, wie kann ich es denn wegstecken? Halt, okay. Sagen wir mal, hier geht's lang. Das sieht schon ganz gut aus. Da hinten ist ein Licht. Eine Taschenlampe, nice. Warum können wir die hier nicht aufnehmen? Das wäre doch ganz gut. Jetzt so hier im Dunkeln. Aber ich glaube, sie will uns einfach nur den Weg weisen. Dann gehen wir mal den Weg. Sind wir schon da? Okay, über die Brücke oder wie?
I've left my wife alone and there's
Ja,
a maniac
okay.
on the prowl. I just hope she's all right.
Schauen wir mal, wie es hier so geht. Ja, das Haus müsste jetzt hier kommen. Was sind das für Geräusche?
Emma!
Emma!
Where is she?
Ich wusste, dass er das sagt. In der Küche. Wo soll sie sonst sein? Haha, witzig. Im Badezimmer. Haha, noch witziger. Ja, wahrscheinlich hier irgendwo. Wo wir sie verlassen haben. Nein, sie ist nicht hier. Wo ist Emma? Emma? Emma! Wo ist sie? Hier, im Schlafzimmer. Da ist sie. Du hast mich alleine gelassen. 9 Stunden.
Emma.
He's been here again. This time, what happened to you? Why do you look like this?
I slipped and fell into a stream. I'm all right.
He's coming
Danke
out.
der Nachfrage.
You hear me? He keeps harassing us. The phone doesn't work. Maybe he cut the wires or...
The important thing is he didn't do anything to you.
But he could have.
Oh Gott.
Look what I found.
God. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have left you alone.
Did you meet the sheriff?
He... No, I must have missed him. I found the telegrams, though. And believe it or not, the diary I told you about?
Diary!
Nicholas's diary. It'll help me decode them. I just need to find the remaining pages and then...
You're doing it again! Someone wants to kill us, and all you're worried about is work? Why don't you think about me? About our child?
I do think all the time.
Then do something to keep us safe, and do it fast.
It'll be over soon. I promise.
Boah, ey.
Emma's on edge. She needs to
Was
calm
für
down.
eine ätzende...
Better check what the sheriff was up to. Luckily, I
Was
have
für
the
eine
car keys.
ätzende Person, ey. Meine Herren. Oh Mann, ey. Mit so einer käme ich ja wunderbar zurecht. Also, so gar nicht. Wo ist denn der Sheriff jetzt eigentlich? Hä, wo haben wir den Schlüssel denn her? Ah, police report. He never had a chance to write that summary. The same person that turned our life to hell has also brought the sheriff's life to a brutal end. Case number bla 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 bla. 28. August 79. P.T. Anderson. Ja. Plaintiff Emma Stevenson. Burglary. So, instant details. On Tuesday, August, the police station in Whitham received a phone call concerning a supposed second-degree burglary on private property in Blackstone. The caller, who said her name was Emma Stevenson, claimed that while her husband was away, an unidentified trespasser entered the property and punctured the tires of Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson's car. Action taken. I arrived at the spot at 5 p.m. Upon preliminary examination, I can confirm with absolute certainty that the tires of blah were indeed punctured with a sharp tool. Footprints left in the mud indicate a man. I will talk to the owner, and then, after further examination, I will try to put down a conclusion in a summary. Hier steht noch mehr. Damn, these are the events that Nicholas mentioned in his diary. So he didn't make up or embellish anything. Too bad I did. No excisions before moving here. Additional comments. The house that Miss Stevens now live in has a very eventful history. In the 1850s, there was an accident in a nearby mine and at least a few people went missing in the immediate area. When the body of one of the missing people was found, accusations were made against a certain Jacob Hyde, the mine's co-owner, who happened to live in the very same house. It wasn't until years later that others' bodies were found, which is why the area has been shrouded in dark legends. The murderer was never apprehended. Ja, also auch der scheint dann so eine Art Vorfahre von uns zu sein. So, was liegt denn da hinten? Wir
Where did you get
haben...
that from? An uncle from the KGB?
Guck mal hier, was ist denn das hier? Lenin ist das, ne? Aha. Just underneath, okay. Aber wir natürlich, irgendwie paranoid gegenüber, guck mal da. Kann man das auch aufmachen? Wir sind ja ein bisschen paranoid gegenüber Russen. Wir befinden uns im Kalten Krieg. Hier ist aber nichts drin. So, was haben wir hier drin? Eine Waffe. Nein.
What's this? In the late 19th century, the Hyde family, in order to avoid further association with the accusations against Jacob Hyde, legally changed their name to Stevenson. What? What the fuck? Am I supposed to believe that my family and the Hydes are one and the same? That's fucking absurd. Someone would have told me if we had such stories in our family history, wouldn't they? Unless it's bullshit. Bullshit invented by the sheriff. He wanted to set me up, mess with my head. Was he even a real sheriff? Fuck, I seriously can't put my finger on this.
Ja, kannst du offensichtlich nicht. Was spricht denn dagegen? So, the police suspected Jacob Hyde of killing John Norton, and the Jacob's son Nicholas was put into mental treatment. He mentioned being 10 years away from home in his diary, so it seems he spent that time in a mental hospital. Okay. Sheriff's report, case number 1854. Daniel Plainview. Woher kenne ich denn den Namen? Daniel Plainview. Ist das nicht der Name von dem Ölmagnaten in dem einen Film hier? Mit Daniel Day-Lewis? Wie heißt der nochmal? Wisst ihr, welchen Film ich meine? Ziemlich guter Film. 2007. Ein sehr guter Film. Daniel Day-Lewis in seiner Höchstform, möchte ich sagen. Und ich glaube, der Typ hieß Plainview. Eine Menge Referenzen sind hier drin in dem Spiel. Okay, also. Irgendwer wurde Informant's Name Charles Grady. Sagt mir nichts. Entschuldigt bitte. Incident murder. Incident details. On Saturday after September at night, the sheriff's office in Windham received a notice from the hillside inn janitor, Charles Grady, janitor Charles Grady, concerning a badly wounded man who has arrived at the inn. Waren wir das? Actions taken upon arrival. Nein, das war diese komische Vision, die wir da gesehen haben. Upon arrival, the deputy sheriff, the undersigned Daniel Plainview, pronounced the man dead. The victim turned out to be John Norton. Doch, das waren wir. Who had been missing for 2 weeks. Death was caused by blood loss. The man had been stabbed in the neck with a sharp tool, possibly a knife, which caused arterial injury. He also had multiple cuts and lacerations on his body, as well as burns, some of them partially healed. In the course of the investigation at the scene, it has been established that the man had reached Hillside Inn, going along the road through the woods from the estate on the other side of the river that belongs to Jacob Hyde. The owner of both the inn and the mine However, the suspect was not at home, though there were signs that
Should
he had
carefully go
left
through those documents. Maybe I'll learn something more.
in a hurry. The real secrets of Blackstone's crime. In the late 19th century, the Hyde family, in order to avoid further assassinations, blah blah blah, legally changed their names into Stevenson. So the police suspected Jacob Hyde of killing John Norton, and then Jacob's son Nicholas. And then Jacob's son Nicholas was put into mental health. Warte, eine Sekunde. Ach so, John Norton. Ach, Moment. John Norton war der Anwalt? He mentioned okay, alles klar. While searching the Hyde family's estate, the sheriff and the deputy found a hidden room located directly above the office. Ah. Inside the dark, there was Jacob's teenage son, Nicholas Hyde, cowering on the floor. They were unable to communicate with him. The body does not react to any stimuli. Perhaps he has fallen into a stupor as a result of abuse from his father. Young Hyde has been placed in the care of psychiatrists who will decide on his further treatment. The sheriff has issued an arrest warrant for the fugitive Jacob Hyde with a bounty of $500.
Another secret. A hidden room in our house.
Ja.
I have to check it out. That fucker could have even been there when we moved in. Too bad I didn't know about it before.
Also, hier muss es drin sein. Ah. Sag mir nur bitte nicht, dass ich dieses Rätsel dafür lösen muss. Da habe ich nämlich überhaupt keinen Bock drauf. Wirklich nicht. Also das löse ich nicht. Dann breche ich das Spiel ab, wenn ich das hier lösen muss.
This is it. I just need to place the disc in the opening, just like in the picture.
Part of the text is invisible. How can I read it? What happened at night will be judged by daylight. In daylight. Ah, okay. What stays hidden in the dark will be revealed in full light. Vielleicht muss ich das von der Kerze halten oder sowas. So, kann ich hier noch mehr machen? Oh Gott, Alter. Oh nein, ich muss das andere Rätsel lösen. Ich glaube, ich breche das Spiel ab. Come on, ehrlich? Okay, mach mal an. What happens at night? Achso, 1864 AD. 1864 AD. 1864 AD. Also. 1864 AD. So, was
Looks
haben wir
like a
hier?
set of dates. Each corresponds to one letter.
Also 1773 plus C. 1773 plus C. So, 17, wo haben wir 1773? So, E. Wäre das dann hier E, der erste? Dann hätten wir 1823 plus M. So, 1823 plus M. 1823 plus M. 1823 plus M wäre dann G. Richtig? Das gibt es zumindest. 1410 plus N. 1410. 1410 plus N wäre O. So, dann hat man 13,7 plus D. 13,7 plus D. Also erstmal zum D. 13,7 plus D ist I. Und dann haben wir 1791 plus T. 1791 plus T. So, dann 1791 plus T. Wäre S. Und dann haben wir 966 plus I. M. Da bin ich mal gespannt, ob das richtig ist.
Bingo. That was well thought out, Nicholas.
Okay. Was haben wir hier? Eine Klingel. Nee. Also, als könnte das irgendwo reinpassen. Es hat eine kreuzförmige...
No, just put the apple in the right place. A hidden note in our house. I've gotta check it out.
Das hat gepasst.
What was that cursed place? What do all those words and symbols mean?
Lest doch einfach. Für mich sieht das auf den ersten Blick erstmal aus wie ein ganz gewöhnlicher... Naja, also irgendwie... Was ist das?
The man in the mask. Now I know who he is. What the hell is that?
Erstmal lesen hier. We both saw through a hole in the wall that my father did to that lady hunting dangerous game is most blah. Father, mother, son, death, liars, thieves, sadists, he and I make long trips without even moving human. Okay. Ja, irgendwie ein bisschen wirr alles. God, Nicholas. Oh my. Oh my, muss ich alles lesen? Ich schätze. Sekunde. God, Nicholas was locked up in a dark room by his father, mentally abused. It's a good thing he wasn't all alone, but why did he never mention the other boy in his diary? Not even his name was written in it. Moment. So, entschuldigt bitte die kleine Unterbrechung. Ein Text, den sollte ich schon noch lesen. 22. September 49. I've apologized so many times, but he says I must be punished to learn. Dad, why are you hurting me? I kept asking, and he was so furious that his face went red. Finally, he spat and said, why do you keep hurting us? January 3rd, 1850. Darkness is the worst. I hate it. There's nothing that scares me more. I don't know what I did wrong this time. Maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe it was wrong I was even born. I think my father wants to get rid of me. It's not because I did something wrong. It's about me. He just doesn't want me in his life. I'm a nuisance to him. What else could it be? The fact I took his pencil, the one I write with now whenever a bit of light comes in through the cracks, I really don't know. March 24th, 1850. I've had a dream where I took off my clothes and ran around the inn naked, yelling at guests like crazy. They were scared of me. They were adults, and yet they were scared. It was just a dream. In fact, I'm the only one who's scared. I broke a plate, all my dinner wasted. Father thought I did it on purpose. I never do anything on purpose. My hands are shaking. I can't write anymore. May 15th, 1850. I'm not alone here. He's walking around the house too. I'm not sure if I like it. He's not saying anything, just smiling. I'm looking down, not saying anything. June 6th, 1850. He's actually nice to me. Not the way I first thought he was. At least I have some company for my trips to the woods. I can't tell my father anything. He would get mad. August 11th, 1850. Today it's the same old story. Closet and darkness. But this time, he's here with me. I tell him I was good, and it wasn't my fault. It's my father and others to blame. The old man locks me up because he's ashamed of me. He'd rather I hadn't been born or I was someone else. At first he doesn't believe me, but then he says I'm right. He tells me not to worry and to be patient. He says everything will be all right. I tell him it already is, because neither of us will be alone again. September 23rd, 1850. I'm not a child anymore. I don't have to listen to my father just because he's bigger and older. I'm smart and I have a lot of ideas. I talked about them when we both sat in the dark. He said, it's sick. So what? Maybe I'm sick after what the world has done to me. At night we will go into the woods and hunt for dangerous beasts. October 2nd, 1850. He went to sleep, so I'm going alone. The old man has brought a new heart to the inn. He thinks no one will notice. I saw a whitehead spit a miner in the face. I clenched my fists, dreaming they're beating them both up to pulp. October 7th, 1850. He has no idea what I've planned, but it's only a matter of days. I will tell him soon. I know where the old man keeps gunpowder barrels. As soon as we get out of his fucking closet, we're going to have a bale. I asked the dame from the inn if she would show me her twat. She told the old man. Plus, she took me for N, and now we're both rotting in here. I should have fucking killed her. People like that are just waste of space. The closet is the worst fucking thing. Wish you could shatter it into goddamn pieces. Well, I know a similar place. In fact, it's quite the same. Dark, cold, and hell-like. It must burn if we want to put an end to our suffering. People are fucking scum. I've said it all along. Ja. Hier wird so viel geflucht. Vor allen Dingen, ehrlich gesagt, ich weiß nicht, vielleicht ist das eine naive Vorstellung, aber irgendwie glaube ich nicht, dass früher so viel geflucht wurde in der Zeit. Also zumindest nicht das Wort fucking. Das ist doch ein vergleichsweise modernes Wort. Was ist eigentlich unser nächstes Ziel? Da bewegt sich was. Das sind aber nur Pflanzen im Wind, okay. Es schimmert so, das beunruhigt mich. Ich habe keine...
Someone's at the door.
Öffnen wir doch mal. Vielleicht ist der Pizzamann, hier liegen ja so viele Pizzakartons rum. Nein, es ist ein Geist. Das war so klar. Davor habe ich mich jetzt nicht mehr erschreckt. The man in the mask, I know who he is now. I figured it out when he came to my aid again. He is my father. Ja, genau, das habe ich ihm auch gesagt. When the detective died, he turned into a nice phantom. Das war der Detektiv. Ich dachte, das wäre sein Kollege hier. When the detective died, he turned into a nice phantom that almost took my life. The frost scorched the skin on my hands and face. Icicles headed for my heart. Oh, Mist. Das wollte ich nicht. Eigentlich wollte ich echt noch zu Ende gelesen haben. Naja. Vielleicht kommen wir beim nächsten Mal dazu, das zu lesen. So. Wir sind jetzt im Kapitel
It's
10,
him.
Unthinkable Secret.
My father. Why is he protecting me? What is he trying to tell me?
Tja, das finden wir raus. Bestimmt, hoffentlich, in der nächsten Folge bei The Beast Within. Bis dann, macht's gut. Ciao, Leute.